Longhorns trying to cash in on their first opening drive. Here's Joyner. He's going to flip it off to Cameron Matthews. Matthews cuts to the left side. There's nobody in front of him. A couple of Oilers trying to converge on him, and he is gone. A big touchdown. 65 yards for Cameron Matthews, the running back senior. And that is a big opening drive and a big score by Dobie to start, Tucker.
All right, that is one way for the home team to get this game started. Great misdirection here from the Dobie Longhorns. Matthews has one man to beat. He makes it happen to put 6 on the board for the Longhorns.
And that's the way to kick off your opening drive if you're Dobie. That brings the ball now to the Dobie 33. Just under 7 left to go in this first quarter. Glad you all can join us here on your Friday night, here on a beautiful night here in Veterans Memorial Stadium.
Finally starting to get some of that fall weather. It's cooling down a little bit.
Oh, yes.
It definitely feels like we're in the heart of football season.
Westmoreland. He's going to hand the ball off up the middle, and Tate Chisholm gets smacked in the backfield.
Great stuff there. Julian Thomas, the linebacker for Dobie, had that sniffed out the entire way. Makes the play in the backfield. This linebacker core for Dobie can get a lot of stuff done. Talib and Thomas, the two of them, I called their game against Pasadena Memorial. And specifically Talib was all over the place, making plays left and right. So watch out for 10 and 11 on the defense here for Dobie. See what they can do.
That was a tackle for a loss of 1, so it's second down and 11 for Pearland. Westmoreland is going to late handoff once again to Chisholm, and Chisholm is nowhere to be found. Maybe he gets back to the original line of scrimmage, a half yard if that. So third down and long coming up.
After that big opening run by Chisholm, Kevin, not much going for the run game for Pearland. Have been fairly effective in the pass and the QB scramble, but just the straight run game, the Dobie defense shutting them down a little bit.
So as we mentioned before the game started, Pearland Oilers, they lost their first game of the season to Fulshear, and then they've won every other game since, and they're currently riding a 5-game win streak, and they're trailing Dobie here 7-0 with approaching 5.5 left to go in this first quarter. Third and 11. Westmoreland looks to his right. He's got a man open. It's caught by Jordan Hernandez. He gets a first down, and he gets a touchdown. 33 yards for Jordan Hernandez, and Pearland is back in it.
Screenplay played to perfection. Not something you see too often at the high school level, but Hernandez and Westmoreland executed it perfectly, and Hernandez able to outrun a few Dobie defenders, get in the end zone, and we're extra point away from this game being tied.
Here's the first look here for number 40, Zane Adler, the senior kicker and punter for Pearland. Trying to make it 7-7, and this kick is up, and it is right down Broadway Street. And just like that, the Pearland Oilers come up with some magic of their own, having Dobie turn the ball over on downs and scoring on their end, as we're now up at 7 with 5:24 left to go in this first quarter. Officials still converging together about where the ball should be placed. Now they're going to move it back to the 37, and they're going to walk it again.
Yeah, they're going to walk it again.
They just walked it, so they got to do it again.
2 times just to make 100% sure.
So it's at the 42 is where they mark it. So that officially is where Pearland Oilers are going to start this next drive.
All right, so best field position of the day for the Oilers. They have not been able to run the ball, Kevin. That's something they're going to have to do here if they want to switch this up. Yeah, I think it's another running back in the backfield.
Cameron Bush was the main back on the last drive. So here is Westmoreland. He's got a completion to Jordan Hernandez, who got that touchdown earlier, and he gets a first down crossing midfield into Dobie territory.
Hernandez has been the man.
Yep.
For the Pearland Oilers offensively in this ball game. You can tell that him and Westmoreland, they have a real tight connection there. The two of them.
Yeah, definitely Jordan Hernandez is Westmoreland's favorite target thus far in this game, as they're now at the Dobie Longhorn 48. Trying to put themselves in front, 9:59 left to go in this first half. Westmoreland gives it up to Tate Chisholm back in the game,
Oh,
and Chisholm
man.
with a burst of speed up the middle.
Yeah, Chisholm really got his legs moving there, was able to generate a ton of power, a ton of speed. And so good to see Chisholm. Looks like he's finding his footing again in this ball game.
And that's an easy 9 yards there for Tate Chisholm, right up the gut at 2nd and 1. So right now, if you're head coach B.J. Gotti, you could go for a predictable running play, or you can try to
You can
go
let it fly.
Let it fly. 2nd and 1, you're probably going to get a first down on the next play anyway. But let's see what Coach Gotti's got here. He's got Chisholm in the backfield, so he might just be going for a running play. Westmoreland calls for a man in motion, and they're going to fake the handoff. They're going to let it fly. Westmoreland has them in double coverage. It is caught!
Wow.
Touchdown! And guess who it is? Jordan Hernandez again. His 2nd touchdown of the night.
Yeah, Rashad Howard, he couldn't believe it. He couldn't believe what he just saw. But wonderful stuff there from Westmoreland Hernandez. Absolutely gorgeous. And Pearland will take the lead on that play.
That was good for 48 yards for Jordan Hernandez. Had a 33-yard one earlier to open up the scoring for the Oilers. He's got himself a 48 one this time. Here is the kick. Extra point is good. And how about this one? Jordan Hernandez, the big target for Jake Westmoreland, gets himself another touchdown, 2 on the night so far. Now 7 left to go, 14-7. Pearland leads the Dobie Longhorns. Got to be happy with what you're seeing if you're head coach B.J. Gotti trying to go for your 6th straight win.
Yeah, that loss to Fulshear feels like a long, long time ago here for the Oilers, as they have been rolling these past 5 games.
Chisholm the main back. They're going to pitch it back
Oh!
to Westmoreland, and this is going to be Hernandez throwing it, and it's caught for a touchdown to Westmoreland. Some trickery going up the head coach B.J. Gotti's sleeve, and that's another touchdown for Pearland. Good for 15.
After that play, Kevin, I'm convinced that Jordan Hernandez could play quarterback and that Westmoreland could play wide receiver. They could just switch positions, and that Pearland would be the exact same team as they are now. It was a gorgeous throw from Hernandez, great catch by Westmoreland, and Pearland continues to pile it on.
This extra point is blocked, and Dobie picks it up, and it's fumbled out of bounds near the 5-yard line.
All right.
So the first missed extra point of the night for Zane Adler.
Take your wins where you can get them right now if you're Dobie.
So Adler, his first missed extra point, but it looks like he might get a re-kick
Oh, you're
because
gonna
they
get a
call
try
a penalty
again.
on Dobie. Again, the penalties just really not doing the Dobie Longhorns any favors here tonight. Looks like it'll be a re-kick, so Adler will get another chance to remain perfect on the night.
Just when things are going well for Dobie, they find that big mistake, whether it's that muff punt or the big penalty, giving up a first down on 3rd and 18, things like that.
Here's Adler trying to make it 5 for 5. Hold's good, snap is good, and kick is good. So Adler gets a break after that blocked kick of what would have been his first missed extra point. Gets a second chance, puts it right through the uprights. And Pearland now takes a 35-7 lead after a 15-yard passing touchdown by Jordan Hernandez.
Who?
Yes, Jordan Hernandez. The guy who already has 2 touchdowns receiving and has 1 passing touchdown to his quarterback, Westmoreland. Definitely a contender for our Challenge Office Products Player of the Game. And Memorial now moving quickly on this drive as opposed to their first 2 drives. Joseph Hernandez, the runner in motion. Late handoff to Aguilar, and Aguilar's tackled, and the ball's fumbled, and Manville's got it, picks it up. A spin out by number 26, Brayson Robinson. Robinson chugging his way down the sidelines, breaking tackles left and right, and finally tackled inside the 20 at the 16. So Reeves in there, hands the ball off to Eric Mosley. Look at Mosley go, breaks a tackle, and he is gone. Touchdown, Manville Mavericks.
57-yard.
Eric Mosley, his 2nd touchdown of the night for 57. Unscathed. And that makes it 59-0 for Manville, pending this extra point, with 9 seconds left to go in the quarter. Perez on 2nd down and 8 has trips to the right and left. Perez looks to his right, goes for a deep pass, and way overthrown his intended target, being Talik Ogwin again. And you can see the body language on Ogwin there saying what happened there. It was way over his. I think Ogwin was supposed to keep going on the route, and there was probably just some miscommunication between him and Perez there. And I think the coach on the sideline was saying, why did you stop? Like, you're supposed to keep going.
I think that's exactly what he just told him.
Perez this time on 3rd and 8. Under 10.5 left to go in the game. Perez does go back. And this time it is caught, but this time by Joseph Castillo. Castillo breaks the tackle down the sidelines. One more man from there to beat. He's gone! Touchdown! Pasadena Memorial is on the board.
Castillo, a great move on the sideline. Takes it down on the sideline. 73 yards.
73 yards for Joseph Castillo. And now finally the Maverick fans have something to cheer about. Man, what a burst of speed there by Joseph Castillo. And here's the extra point attempt by Jose Sanchez. He has not missed an extra point so far this season. He's 4 for 4. The kick is up, and it's right down Broadway. 60-7 as Memorial avoids the shutout. Look at this replay here. This is just unbelievable speed. A pass, perfect diamond pass by Perez. Going down on his feet, but just keeping his balance is Castillo. Breaking a tackle, and look at the burst of speed he gets on the sideline. Look at the official keeping up with him there on the sideline, Carl, for 73 yards.
Castillo put his hand down, and he was switching gears that Manville hadn't seen all night.
Well, that is definitely a big positive that you can take away tonight for Memorial, and definitely something you can go back to film and you can be proud of, despite the big deficit. Zamarian King checks in for Caden Altamore, one receiver for another. And on that carry, Landon Binford, he's a dangerous threat in this district. He is 2nd in 11-5A in all-purpose yards at 678, so he's already cracked 700 on the year. 3rd and 7, here's Singletary. Avoids the pressure, rolls to his left. Here comes a Pasadena Eagle defender. Singletary avoids one tackle, trying to bulldoze his way for a first down, and he cannot get there. He's a few yards short. It's 4th down coming up. Great job there by Stone Singletary on the hard count to draw Pasadena offsides to allow that free play, and he gets a big catch and gain from Zamarian King. So now it'll be 1st and 10 for the Spartans at the Pasadena 13. Singletary man in motion. It's going to be King on the jet sweep. King looking for blockers down front, and there he goes. Touchdown, Porter Spartans. Zamarian King gets him on the board first. 13-yard rushing touchdown for Zamarian King. Gets the Porter Spartans on the board first here against Pasadena on their opening drive. This will bring up Bretton Battenfield, the sophomore kicker, to kick this extra point for Porter. Snap, good, hold. Battenfield, this kick is just good. I think it was maybe partially blocked. Didn't think it quite had the distance, but it had enough to go through. Singletary calls for a high snap, fakes the handoff, rolls to his left, pressure's coming, picks up the first, down the sideline. Singletary is up, he's in, touchdown! Stone Singletary.
29-yard touchdown run.
What a burst of speed by Stone Singletary. It looked like he was dead to rights. The pressure was coming to the left side, and he walks a tightrope on the sideline for 29 yards and another Porter Spartan touchdown. Like we mentioned, they're mainly a run-heavy offense, and Aguirre is a big part of that. Aguirre is this time he's going to hand the ball off up the middle. And in the scrum for it, getting some extra yardage and picking up the first down is once again, this time it's Giancarlo Torres.
Torres just squeezed through that space and popped loose.
Giancarlo Torres, when you're short like that, you can utilize.
He
some gaps
disappeared.
like that.
He disappeared in the scrum. Picks up
Definitely.
12.
Put on a Houdini trick, escaped from for sure madness within that scrum, and now it's first down and 10 for Pasadena at their own 48. First and 10 for Pasadena at the Porter 25. Aguirre hands the ball off to Alan Garcia, and Garcia spins his way for only a yard. Under 40 left to go. Clock is ticking if they want to try to score. Coach Zapien still has 2 timeouts he can use. And they are not hurrying up one bit at all. They're looking like this might be the final play of the first half.
Eagles taking too much time between plays.
And they have timeouts that they can use, but they like not to use them. Here's Aguirre. Aguirre's going to pass the ball here. Wide open, and it's caught at the 1 yard line. 8 seconds ticking by. And a timeout is going to be called by Pasadena. Look at this instant replay by Raising Cane's. The first passing play we've seen all night by Aguirre, and wide open, it was Palacios, gets himself down to the 1 yard line. A big catch there. This is only the second time that Pasadena's offense has brought them to within the 5 yard line. The first chance was their opening drive when they got all the way to the 4 on 4th and goal and could not convert. Can they do it this time? Try to get themselves on the board. Aguirre loses the football and he has to get back on top of it. Again, we've seen on more than a few occasions in that first half, Carl, where Pasadena just coughs up the ball, but luckily they're able to land back on top of it. They definitely have to have better ball security from here on out.
Pasadena's 4th fumble of the game, only lost the opening onside kick or pooch kick. That exchange lost 2, second and goal for the Eagles.
So that sets them back a couple of yards. Second and goal at the 4 now for Pasadena. And Coach Zapien is trying to make sure that this drive ends with the score as Pasadena tries to get themselves on the board. You've got Torres in the backfield to the right side of Aguirre. Aguirre is going to keep it himself. Breaks the tackle. Bounces to the left side. One more Eagle to beat, and he's in. Touchdown. Pasadena Eagles. A 4 yard rushing touchdown. Sean Aguirre gets his first one.
Aguirre wouldn't be denied on that play.
Definitely not, and Pasadena Eagles weren't going to be denied on that drive. The running game finally pays off in the end of that drive, and some great blocking by the offensive line.
Lennon Jimenez in for extra point kick.
Now, Jimenez missed a 47-yard field goal right before the half, and it got blocked. Let's see how he handles an extra point. Snap, good hold, good kick is right down Broadway. And just like that, the Pasadena Eagles are on the board and make it 28-7 in favor of the Porter Spartans. Here's another look at it on the instant replay brought to you by Raising Cane's. As you see, Aguirre almost tripped up initially. Looked like he was going to lose yardage on that play. Is able to stay on his feet, bounce to the left side, and just fight through that tackle at the end and get himself in the end zone. Here comes a first down and 10 for Porter at the Pasadena 28 yard line. Porter just burned their second timeout. They got one left. Man in motion. A new quarterback checks in. It's Logan Goff, the sophomore, and a pass down towards the middle. Touchdown! Goff, one pass and complete to Michael Flores. What a throw by Goff.
28-yard pitch and catch. And Spartans on the board again.
That was so quick of a pass, I almost didn't catch it in time. Logan Goff, the sophomore, showing off his arm. Giving it to Michael Flores, one of the team captains, and here is Battenfield. He's been perfect on extra points, and he continues to be. 42-7, Porter Spartans over the Pasadena Eagles.